Griffin's world had turned dark ever since his parents died in a tragic accident. Devastated, he clung to his only family, his dear grandma, who stayed with him as he grieved. After a month, determined to move on, his grandma sold his parents' house and took Griffin with her to her own home. There, she placed him in his late uncle's room, a room that had remained empty for decades ever since his uncle passed away. On his first night in that lonely room, Griffin heard a strange noise coming from under his bed. Heart pounding, he knelt down and peeked underneath. To his horror, he saw a creepy man smiling at him. "Hi, Griffin," the figure said in a raspy voice. Terrified, Griffin ran to find his grandma and told her everything. When they returned to the room and looked under the bed, nothing was there. "You're dreaming, dear," his grandma comforted him. "It must have been your imagination playing tricks on you." That night, as sleep finally came, a soft knock echoed from under his bed. Griffin's heart raced. He got up, checked, and again the creepy man was there. "Don't be afraid, Griffin," the man said in a gentler tone. "I just want to help you. I can help you see your parents." Griffin's voice trembled. "But they're dead," he replied, confused and scared. The figure's smile grew wider. "I can bring them to you. You can talk to them," he promised. Desperate for any connection to his lost parents, Griffin agreed. The next night, he gathered his courage and looked under the bed once more. To his astonishment, he saw the ghostly forms of his parents. They reached out, hugging him warmly as if nothing had changed. "I missed you so much," Griffin sobbed. His parents' voices were soft and calm. "We're happy and at peace in our place," they said. "We believe everyone should be in a happy place. Join us, and you too will be free." Griffin's eyes widened. "How can I join you?" he asked hesitantly. "Kill yourself," they replied almost cheerfully. "That is the way your soul will join us in the happy place." Overwhelmed, Griffin promised, "I will, but not tonight. I need to sell some of my things first." With that, his parents faded away beneath the bed. Deep down, Griffin knew something was off. He realized that the parents the creepy man brought to talk to him were not truly his parents, but it was that monster's trick who was trying to trick him into ending his life. To buy time, he lied about selling his things so that he can postpone the terrible act of killing himself, which he promised to that monster. The next day, Griffin confided in his grandma about what had happened, but she dismissed it as a nightmare. Determined to prove the truth, Griffin planned to make her witness his encounter with the creature. That night, he left the door slightly ajar so his grandma could peek in as he spoke to the figure under the bed. His grandma saw the truth that night. When she saw that creature, she was shocked, and it sent a chill through her spine. The next night, she took her dead husband's shotgun and hid by the door, determined to stop the creature from speaking to Griffin again. That night again, Griffin talked to that monster. He said, "I've sold half my things. When the rest is sold, I promise I'll end my life and join my parents." The creepy man agreed with a sinister nod, and then something unexpected happened. Griffin's grandma burst in and fired a few shots. The bullets, however, had no effect. The creature only smiled eerily. "Stop," Griffin shouted, pulling her back. The creepy man then spoke calmly. "I just want to help you, not harm you." Enraged by his persistence, his grandma lit a match and set the entire house on fire. The flames roared as the inferno consumed the house. The next day, Griffin and his grandma took refuge in a hotel. But as night fell, his grandma heard a strange noise under her bed. She cautiously looked beneath it and was suddenly grabbed by a monstrous hand. Her terrified scream echoed through the room as she was pulled under the bed, and then she was gone. Hearing her scream, Griffin rushed to her room, but she had vanished. Panicked and alone, he knew he had to do something. Determined, he went back to the burned remains of the house and searched the basement, where many of his uncle's belongings had been saved. There, among dusty boxes, he found his uncle's diary. Leafing through the pages, Griffin discovered a shocking secret. His uncle had been a paranormal researcher. In his diary, he detailed a ritual he had performed to invite a demon from hell. The diary revealed that the demon had refused to return and had stayed under the bed, eventually killing his uncle. Now, the same demon was responsible for the tragedies that had befallen his grandma, and it was now trying to manipulate Griffin into committing suicide so that it could feast on his soul and grow more powerful. The diary explained that the demon could only kill if the victim stays on bed, but if it succeeds in manipulating the victim to kill himself, then it can eat his soul and grow more powerful. That's why it was trying to manipulate Griffin to kill himself. The next day, with renewed determination, Griffin set up a large mirror in his room. That night, he called out to the demon under the bed, "I am ready to kill myself. Bring the ropes from beside the door so we can start." To his astonishment, the demon obeyed. As it reached for the ropes, it accidentally caught sight of the mirror beside the door. It screamed in horror as it was sucked into the mirror, becoming trapped in a strange, reflective world. Seizing the moment, Griffin performed the ritual exactly as described in his uncle's diary. Chants filled the room as he recited the ancient words, and with a final, agonized scream, the demon was sent back to hell. As the room fell silent, a gentle light appeared. The spirits of his grandma, his uncle, and his parents emerged, surrounding Griffin with warmth and love. "You will never be alone," they whispered. "Live your life to the fullest." Tears shimmered in Griffin's eyes as he replied, "I love you all. I promise to live a good life." And with that, he felt a sense of peace settle over him, knowing that although the past was filled with darkness, his future could still shine with hope. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more thrilling tales. I also write novels in different genres like sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. If you'd like to check them out, click the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more exciting stories.